Hello, Taurus, and welcome to my channel and welcome to your reading for June 2021 for Taurus. We're here in June, and in June we are in Mercury retrograde. We are in eclipse season. We have an eclipse on June 10th, solar eclipse. We have, let me move that a little bit. Let's see. We have the summer solstice this month, and with the summer solstice, and we have, of course, the sun going into Cancer on the 20th as well. We have a lot of energies because of these retrogrades and eclipse energy, so there's a lot of intense energies going on, so don't be surprised if things get a little intense or things get glitchy. If you have communication problems or challenges, that is because we are in Mercury retrograde, we are in eclipse season, and there's just all sorts of energies going. It's a good time to review, release, and renew. So, with that, Taurus, let's see, we have stone people, vigilance. We have iceberg, submerged. And we have fog, veiled. So you may find yourself in a bit of a fog at some points during the month of June. I don't think the entire month, but you'll be experiencing some fog in the brain, some not clear vision, not seeing things clearly, perhaps. Feeling confused in some ways, maybe. This camera's just not right for some reason. Blame it on Mercury retrograde. Anyway, you might feel foggy. You might feel like you're not seeing things clearly. Maybe wondering about some things, but don't worry about it because with every fog, the fog rolls in, and then the sun comes out and it burns that away and it clears away, and then you can see clearly, and that'll happen. So it'll be a temporary thing, so don't even worry about it. Don't stress it. We have the iceberg submerged. Now, icebergs, like 90% of the iceberg is beneath the water, so we only see the tip of the iceberg, right? We don't see the depth of that, and it's, it can be huge under there. And that's talking about you keeping things in, things that are hidden within you, things that you have submerged within yourself, not wanting to look at or deal with, not showing others, that kind of thing. But in this retrograde, some of that might rise up in you, and you'll have to look at it, Taurus, and deal with it in some way. I'm not saying you have to show the whole world or anything, but it's for you to look at and deal with and release. You have some releasing to do. You have stone people, and that is about vigilance. The stone people, I know you can't see it that good, but it's these stone people here. It's like these big heads, and they're made of stone. They're just looking. They can't move or do anything, and that's what you're being asked to do. You're being asked to just be vigilant. Do not take action, but to look and be vigilant and notice and observe what is going on around you, what is going on within you, and just be still and observe it and allow it and watch it. That's all. So you'll be aware what's going on within yourself and aware what's going on around you. All right. Now you got the happy card. So that's great, Taurus. You got some happy, joyful energies. with you. So you'll be maybe doing some fun things, enjoying yourself in some ways this month, having some fun, being happy. Happy news coming. Maybe you'll be hearing happy news. Something that'll just be, make you feel joyful and happy. So you got that to look forward to. Think, thinker. That's telling you not to leap in, not to move too fast, to think before you act, think before you speak. Watch your words, watch your thoughts, watch your words, because it is a Mercury retrograde. And you could have a misfire with your communication and then cause something, misunderstandings and that kind of thing. So be careful what you say. Don't just go running off at the mouth, Taurus. Watch what you're saying. Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're doing. Think about what that might mean to whoever you're saying or doing it to or with. Think about what that's going to do to you. So just think first. Think about the consequences before you take any action or say anything. Just give it some thought. And clean it up. Clean it up, Taurus. This is literally about cleaning up your space. If you are in a cluttered, not very clean space, you need to clean it up. To the energies get stuck and stagnant in a dirty or cluttered space. So if you're in that kind of an environment, whether it's your desk, at your office, if you're working in an office or wherever you work or at your home, take some time to clean that out and get the energies flowing through, do a good smudging or whatever, however you open your windows and let the air blow through and that sort of thing. So clear it out and clean it up. And clean up your act. If there's any part of you that you think could use some cleaning up, you're looking at yourself here with honesty. And if there's some things you think you need to clean up in your act there, Taurus, then not in a judgmental way, not in a beat yourself up kind of way, but just for you. This is about you, doing this for you, not about me, not about anybody else. This is about you. So I'm just giving you the message. If there are things you need to clean up in your act, then do that. Work on that. Rhodochrosite is remember your worth. So remember your worth. Some of this stuff, when I say clean up your act, might be harmful things to yourself that you're doing. So you want to be, you want to remember your worth so you'll treat yourself better too, Taurus. Find a way to forgive, Taurus, and we have be the bigger person. So you have knowing your worth, and then you have find a way to forgive with the rhodonite, and you have the jade with the be the bigger person. So sometimes the bigger person is the one who swallows their pride, their ego, and they forgive. They understand, they have compassion, and they just forgive because they understand that's for themselves. That's going to be helpful to them. It's that Buddhist saying, don't hold on to anger, because it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. They're not going to. You drank the poison, you're the one who dies, right? Metaphorically speaking, of course. So don't keep drinking that toxic poison for yourself with that anger and unforgiving heart. Find that way to forgive for yourself. Find a way to forgive for yourself and be the bigger person. Don't be petty. Don't hold on to anger and grudges. Be the bigger person and find a way to forgive, and that'll be better for you in the long run. Remember your worth. Think about you. Don't worry about them. You know, they'll deal with them. Let them deal with them. Now, that doesn't mean you're condoning anything that someone did to you that was hurtful. It doesn't diminish that. It doesn't say um, it didn't happen. It doesn't mean you have to invite them back into your life or anything. It just means you have to forgive it, let it go, release it. And during this retrograde, it's a good time to release. Release it, let it go, so you're not carrying that burden around and you're not drinking that toxic poison. You're in the cave here with your, this is a wolf, and hands are closing its mouth. And so you're in this cave. You're not allowing yourself to howl. You're not allowing yourself to speak your truth. You're holding back on your truth. You're holding back. You're not letting your voice be heard in some situation where you need to let it be heard. But like I said, think first. Think before you speak. Think before you speak. Be careful with your speaking, but that doesn't mean not to speak your truth. Just be careful about how you're doing it. You know what I mean? You have the seed here, planting seeds this month so you can grow. Plant them. You have an idea, and now you need to plant it, grow it, nurture it, love it, water it, put it out in the sun, put it in the shade when it needs shade, and let it grow. So you're growing something. Now we have the riddle here, of course. That means there's something here that you need to figure out. There's a riddle. There's something you're not figuring out. You don't know the answer to the riddle. So we're going to look into that with the tarot cards. We're going to look into that. The riddle. Let's see what that's about. I'm going to shuffle some tarot. What is this riddle for Taurus? What is this riddle for Taurus? What is that about? Why is that there? What are we trying to figure out here for Taurus? You know, that's in that triquetra shape too, and that is a snake, and that is about no beginning, no end. That is about the maiden, mother, and crone. Different phases of one's life, but there's no beginning and no end to your spirit. It is with you before, during, and after this physical life. So that is something, a message for you to remember that. Also, there may be something you're just not seeing, but I think I'm starting to think as I'm shuffling and getting these messages, I'm thinking it's more about you thinking about that and actually getting some wisdom about life and spirit and that never-ending spirit and the different phases of your life and the different cycles, and knowing you're probably coming into a new cycle in your life. A lot of you. But we're going to ask the tarot to clarify the riddle. What is that about? Okay, so I get this card with that. That's this is a childhood innocence kind of energy in this card. This is about young innocent love, or young love, or your inner child. So we're talking about stages in life. Maybe you're needing to some of that submerged energy there, that cave. Because we're in the Mercury retrograde and everything, I'm thinking your inner child maybe have some wounds that needs to heal. I'm getting for some of you, and you're figuring that out, that it's all connected. Like how you're feeling now is connected with your childhood. You know. Also, on another note, we can bring that inner child out and play and be happy. Make sure you're doing things that are fun and silly and happy like a kid. And, at times during this month, lighten up, play, and don't be so serious about everything. Don't be stressing about everything. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more clarity on that, I think. I think that's pretty much that, though. Yeah. Some of that made you strong. Made you strong. See, some things in your past, in your childhood, that were difficult perhaps made you a stronger person. Independent, strong. You have your strength. Inner being, core of strength. So, I think you're figuring some things out here. You're going to be contemplating some things about your past, your childhood, gaining some more inner strength, coming to some truths about that, and thinking about the riddle of life, where you are in it now, where you're going next, what phase are you in now, what phase or cycle of life are you coming into next, where you want to go with that. I ask about the seed now. I get the Ace of Pentacles, so that's planting that seed, something new, and this is about work and money and home life. So this is something new. You're going to be planting a seed, maybe learning something new, getting a new skill, getting a new job, that kind of thing. Going back to work after the whole COVID pandemic, or just getting a new job, getting more hours, or getting back, financially more stable. There's conflict there, though. There's conflict. I don't know why, but there's conflict with that. So you plant the seed and you're growing, but there's something conflicted there. I'm not sure what that is, but you have the King of Pentacles, and he's a business guy. He's running his business. He's got the intelligence and smarts, and he's working hard, and he's making the change, he's making the money, but there's a conflict. So I want to figure out what that is. Why is there a conflict there? Some kind of conflict with that. Conflicting energy, I don't know. What is that about, Spirit? Why is there conflict here? Maybe you're not being able to decide what you want to do. Yeah, you got more conflict. I don't know. I see conflict and challenges in some way in your work, in your finances. I mean, there's something new here. You're planting a seed. It's going to grow, but there's some kind of challenges you might be facing in the month of June with that. So there may be some glitches. It is Mercury retrograde, so don't panic. But I'm seeing some kind of, there's some kind of tension. There's some kind of pushback. There could be some jealousy or something like that. Some competition in the workspace. So just be aware of that, Don't stress out about it, but just, you were told to be vigilant here, so just be aware of that. Something could be going on there, but you got the Queen of Pentacles too, so you've got a lot of good energy here with your finances and your work and prosperity. So whatever this jealousy or competition or friction is, it's temporary, and you're going to stand your ground here, and you're not going to let it stop you anyways. So don't really stress it. Just be aware of it and be mindful of it, and know that you're going to stand your ground and, hold it steady, and you still have a lot of prosperity, looks like, coming in. But there is some kind of burden and stress associated with your work. So there's some kind of stress, burden, and confrontation, or so there's mixed energies there, but you're going to stand your ground. That's what you're, stand your ground and hold on to your position is what I'm getting for that. Okay. I mean, I think you'll resolve it. There's definitely something there, though. Let's look at the cave here. Why is that there? What is that about? What is Taurus not speaking? Well, you're holding on to something real tight. Money. I think you're worrying about money and finances, and that might be part of that conflict you're getting there. You're holding on to something, not wanting to let go of. I'm not sure. Let's see here. There's tension and stress. I don't know. You got the Page of Swords there. He cuts through the muck there. He cuts through the bowl. You got a balance. You got a lot of imbalance going on here around your money, around your career, job, something like that. There's issues. There's issues there. There's issues there. What are they? What's going on here? What is going on here with Taurus? Like I said here with think and don't go run your mouth. You got the cave and he's closing his mouth, and maybe that's the message here for you when it comes to your work and job and stuff. You're gonna want to be vigilant, and you're gonna want to be careful and think before you act, think before you talk, because there's just an energy here of conflict, and there's an energy here of stress, even fear, losing your job, or being out of balance in some way when it comes to your work and your money. So be careful with your money. Be careful with your at work. Don't go rocking the boat, or getting yourself into trouble in some way at work is what I want to say. Just, play it cool, Taurus. Play it cool. Be cool. Be cool. Be sharp. Be smart. And you get the 10 of Cups, so that's going to work out. Whatever it is, I just want to warn you to be careful. Think before you act, think before you talk, and it's around your work. It's around your money, finances, work, job. So just be careful. Be vigilant. Make sure you know what's going on with your money. Make sure you know what's going on at work or with your job. With competition there. And be vigilant, stand your ground, keep working, keep pressing forward, but do it carefully, and you'll be okay in the end. This is the wish card. Maybe you want to get another job. Well, make sure you get one before you quit one, okay? We don't want to be jumping. We want to think. But you have this, prosperity, abundance in every way, wishes coming true, things you've been hoping for coming. So even though there's that warning there with that, I wouldn't stress about it. I don't want you to stress about anything, but I wouldn't stress about it because you do have that energy there. That 9 of Cups. I think it's going to be fine. It just there might be some tensions and things that you're going to have to work through, deal with, and then it'll come out okay. You got the Magician, so like I said, it's going to work out fine. You're going to pull out all those tools you need. You know your way around it. So you'll be all right, Taurus. You're gonna pull through it and make things happen for yourself. You're capable, you know. So I think things will be looking up. It might be a bumpy road, but then things will be looking up. You're working hard, see? So there's a lot about your work. Working hard, planting seeds, trying to bring more money in. There's some challenges there. There's some friction there. There's some energy there of friction and challenges and stuff. But you're going to get through that, and you'll be prosperous, abundant. It's just good luck. You're going to get the things you've been desiring. What have you been most desiring? That's what you're working towards, and that's what you're going to get. A lot of you. That's what I'm seeing here with that 9 of Cups and that Magician. Yeah, all kinds of just pentacle. Your whole reading's pentacles, basically. So we're focusing on money, we're focusing on job, we're focusing on career. We're focusing on learning, we're focusing on that. We're focusing on that aspect of our life. That's what Taurus is doing here. Most of you, that's what the energy is about here. In most of this reading, it's all about, well, your earth sign Taurus. It's about grounding, being grounded, and also about money, career, job, focusing on that aspect of your life. There's going to be some bumpiness and some resistance and some of that Mercury retrograde stuff. But in the end, you're going to come through it. Don't let yourself be shortchanged in any way. Be generous. In spirit, be generous with your heart, be generous with your time, and even money if you have some to be generous with. Be generous. When I say that, I don't mean you got to be giving all your money away. That's not what I mean. Just don't be stingy. If someone needs help, and you can help them out, give your time or whatever. You're being asked to be generous as well. And one hand washing the other kind of thing too. Pay it forward kind of thing. You've been helped, now you help. You've helped, now someone else will maybe help you, that kind of thing. So it's that pay it forward kind of give and take in a balanced way, exchanging of energy, and that kind of thing. All right? You got the balance there, and you got the 6 of Pentacles there. So, yeah. So let's see here. We had strength. We had the childhood innocence. Be kind to yourself. Let's see. What do we look at? Let's look at that iceberg. What do we have submerged there, Taurus? What is that about? What kinds of things? Well, we got the Hierophant. That's your religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, learning, teaching, growing in that way, counting on your religious, spiritual beliefs, leaning on that, getting more involved in that in some way, coming to an awareness in spiritual aspect, very traditional beliefs. Maybe you are going to be involved in some kind of traditional belief system, or you're going to come away from that. So let's see. What is that? No, I think that's gonna help you to be triumphant over this energy over here. With this is to go into your spiritual teachings, learnings, do your meditations, do your praying, do your connecting with the divine however that is to you, whatever that looks like to you. When I say that, whatever that means to you, to help you to triumph over whatever this is over here with your money and job and stuff. There is some kind of, glitchy, challenging stuff going on here. You're gonna get through it. I think too that that's going to help you to look within that submerged, those feelings you've been holding down, and help you to heal them and be triumphant over them. Let them go, release them, and heal them finally. I just got that word finally. Finally move past something, finally heal from something, finally look at it and deal with it. Yeah, family, happiness, joy. And that's going to bring it, it's going to make you feel better. It's going to lead to more happiness, joy, family, time, getting together with family, kind of reunion. Maybe you're going to get together with some family in June and have a good time. Enjoy some kind of celebration, some kind of get together, some kind of gathering coming up for you with family, with people you're closest to and people you love. So there you go. You got that. So I think you're gonna be doing all right. Some of you might have like a wedding or something, or some kind of celebration. We got graduations and all kinds of things happening. So maybe some of you are going to be celebrating something like that here. Be able to go and do those things because of we're being able to, like, because of the pandemic, where it's lifting, and we're going to be able to go do these things now, where people are getting together and able to do these things now. So that's good. And that'll make you happy, like the happy card over there. So, and look, you got more of that Pentacles. So I'm just seeing a lot of prosperity here, Taurus. It's mostly focusing on that. Money, family, gathering, get together, spiritual beliefs, helping you and assisting you in that healing of some of those things that might rise up with the that are submerged. Loving yourself and taking care of yourself, being the bigger person and being forgiving of yourself and others. So, coming into awareness of where you are in your life now and where you want to go in the future with that, and moving through whatever difficulties you're having when it comes to your job, your finances, something like that, something to do with your work and your finances. But you're focusing on that, but it might, like I said, it might be a little rough patch, but you're gonna get through it, and it's gonna be fine because you've got all this. You've got the Magician, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles. This is all about prosperity, being fulfilled, happiness, joy, family gatherings. It could be, like I said, a wedding or something you've got the Hierophant here, the Pope. Could be some kind of event that involves some kind of spiritual aspect or some kind of wedding, something of that, a baptism, something like that, whatever your beliefs are, but that's the kind of energy that is. So, it looks pretty good. It's a little bit glitchy. It's a little bit of a challenge here, a little bit of pushback, a little bit of stress and stuff involved with money, job, burdens like that, carrying those burdens. But really, it looks, everything else, I mean, you're going to come through it. It's like I said, it's going to work out. So don't stress it when you're going through that. And just remember that, keep pushing forward, keep doing your best. Don't run your mouth, and don't do anything without thinking first. I'm getting for you guys. And just be careful with that, and sometimes you just gotta put your head down and just keep moving forward, you know what I mean? And believe, and just Just don't rock the boat and just kind of move forward and get through whatever it is and get to the other side of it, and you'll be triumphant and prosperous, and things will work out. So look forward to this gathering, whatever it is, with family, friends, joyous occasion, wedding, like I said, graduation, baptism, something to do with church or your religious beliefs, um, some kind of ceremony of some type, and you could be going to with family, and that kind of thing. So um, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's you know, a lot of the readings, because of Mercury retrograde, had like volcanoes and earthquakes and hurricanes and towers, and you don't have any of that in yours, Taurus. So you're actually looking like this is going to be a lot smoother for you than for some. Um, you just got over here, you got some of that, but it's really not that intense, I don't think. And like I said, you didn't get any of that stuff in your reading. So there was like two, I think, out of all the signs that, like three of you, I think, that were just more calm and didn't have those energies. But all the other signs did. So maybe you guys are gonna move through this retrograde with a little more ease and grace. So just be thankful for that. Count your blessings there. All right, Taurus, that is your reading for June. Have a happy June, happy summer solstice, and take care of yourselves and be well.